In this video, I'm going to explain how we're going to use the bridge system for progression in our level. What you do is you have several different prefabs that are available to you, which we have stored in the Art Assets folder, Bridge Progression. You have a bridge, a crystal gate, an encounter enemy, and a lore document, and we will soon be making sure this functionality is available on NPCs. What you'll do is you'll grab your bridge and place it in the world. You can rotate it and manipulate it. Scaling is also an option, but you want to be careful about the height differences in these cubes. So now we have a bridge that will be used for crossing this river. What I need to do is add a crystal gate trigger prefab. This will get a new model, but the functionality is there. We also need to have a trigger that will be a condition in order to open the bridge. So in this case, this is going to be a lore item prefab. I will hit play. And when I do this, I press E to interact, but nothing is working. The reason is we haven't hooked up the inspector. So what I'll do is I will go to my crystal gate trigger, and I will find the gate component. There is an empty slot called the bridge controller. This will apply my bridge. Now I can hit this trigger and open the gate. I'll press E to interact, and there is a little cutscene and the bridge opens. What we want is to have different things that you have to do in order to make it work. So I'm going to go to my lore document test, and inside of lore document test there's a child object with a script called lore document script. It also has a script called gate trigger that can be optionally given an associated gate. This gate will be the crystal gate that we'll assign. So this trigger will hit this gate, and when this gate has all of the triggers done, then it will open the bridge. So I can hit play. Try to open the crystal, but it's not powered. So I will use my lore document, and I will press E to interact, and the bridge goes up. I can make this happen where it requires interacting with multiple lore documents. Not powered. Lore document, not powered. Lore document. E to interact. Perfect. What we can also do is add a encounter enemy, which is something that will wander around and start fighting people. I will take the move speed and set it to 0 so he doesn't wander, and I will add a gate trigger in order to make this an enemy that is a mandatory fight to open the bridge. And I will assign the gate trigger. He looks like he's having fun. I'm going to open my lore document. Crystal is not powered. Open my lore document. Crystal is not powered. Get in my fight. Currently the combat is not complete, but I will press 444, 555, 666, and that triggers a debug to get out and pass it. I have completed the requirements, and the bridge opens. What's important to know is that the bridges can have separate lore requirements. So I'll create another bridge, move it over, add another gate, and another lore document. This gate will be assigned to bridge 1, and this lore document will be assigned to the second crystal gate. Now I will hit play. 444, 555, 666. Done. Crystal's not powered. Lure. Crystal's not powered. Lure. E to interact. Now I will progress to the second island. I'll make my way over to the next gate trigger. Crystal is not powered. Open my lure. E to interact. Muy bien. Island 3 unlocked. I'm going to delete these initial things to show one final aspect. When we have our bridge selected, you have a lot of different cubes inside of it. These all cycle through. What we have is a camera position and a camera position 1, which this will be a look position. I just have to rename it. But this will show where a camera will look, and this will show where the camera exists. So we can customize where the camera will pop to when we open the gate or open the bridge. Now it looks from this direction. What's important to know is that we currently have the lore documents and the encounter enemies checking for a gate trigger. And if it does have a gate trigger, then what it does is it will tell the gate this has to be interacted with before the bridge can be opened. So look for those gate trigger components, and that's what you need. This is our gate and bridge system.